What's up, world? It's Ian Romaker, and I'm
Mike Allen.
here to ask him some questions about Syracuse University. Mike, what would you say has been the most enjoyable aspect about attending Syracuse University?
I think the basketball games are probably the most enjoyable aspect. Electric atmosphere, and we got a good team, and it's just fun rooting for a winner.
I hear you, Mike. What about the sort of energy that goes into, being in the student section, being able to choose what you want to wear at what game? What kind of atmosphere does the student section bring to this campus and to the basketball games?
Well, I think the student section as a whole feels like they're just as much a part of the basketball team as the players. We create a home field advantage for big games. We got over 30,000 people, and the student section is the loudest among those. So I think the most electric part of it is feeling like we're part of it. We're part of the team. We're helping them win.
With that being said, what's the feeling if you wear the opposing team's jersey in the Syracuse student section?
I actually did that once when Cornell came up to Syracuse, and I wore a jersey of Cornell to commemorate my grandpa, and I actually got a lot of flack for that, but it was worth it. You definitely get your fair share of hate, but if you're strong enough, you can pull it off, and people have a good sense of humor. People will hate you for it, but they'll understand.
Definitely, you got to represent, what you believe in and what you're bringing to the table. But with that said, my last question has got to be, what is the most important aspect of sports that it just brings a different kind of factor to the table when you argue about sports? What do you need to have to emphasize your points?
I would say, as far as, can you repeat the question actually?
The question was, what do you put emphasis on when discussing a sports argument?
Uh, as far as sports goes, I'm a big stats guy. Uh, I think when you're talking about sports, it's really easy to get objective about it and or rather subjective about it and put your personal biases in it. But if you're talking about stats, that lends an unbiased perspective, and you can actually talk about something like Syracuse basketball deserving a certain ranking or something like that. You can use stats to back that up, or a certain player deserving the MVP or something like that. Obviously you're going to want the player on your team to win it, but with stats, you can make an unbiased opinion.
Absolutely. It's all about the stats. You got to be unbiased and you got to represent. But thank you, Mike Allen, for taking the time out to answer a few questions. And enjoy the rest of your year and your duration at Syracuse University.
Thank you, Ian. You're the man.
Thank you. Have a good one.